They told you to be kind. They forgot to tell you to be dangerous. You've spent years trying to be liked, but the world only bows to leverage, not likability. Power doesn't ask permission. It takes shape in silence, behind cold eyes, through decisions no one else dares to make. The weak chase validation. The strong manufacture necessity. You're not here to please, you're here to position. Every man who rises learns the same truth. Morality is optional, results are not. The lion doesn't ask if the gazelle consents. This is Machiavellian mode, where kindness is strategy, not instinct, where emotion is a mask, not a master, where you learn the 10 lessons that take most people a decade of pain to understand. Comment below. I control what others chase. Let's begin. Number 1. Control the game, never the player. Power isn't about domination, it's about direction. The true Machiavellian doesn't control people. He controls the field they move in. You don't need to force anyone's loyalty when you design the environment that rewards it. Weak men chase compliance. Strong men construct conditions. Let others think they're choosing freely while every choice leads where you intended. Influence works best when it feels like coincidence. Master the perception of freedom, because when they believe they're acting on their own will, they'll never resist you. Your task is to become the architect of outcomes, not the actor in someone else's script. Study human motives, their fears, their pride, their hunger for recognition. Then build systems that feed those hungers only through your approval. Power is never about shouting, it's about quiet manipulation that echoes in every decision others make. Control the context, and you control the consequences. The world is ruled not by those who play hardest, but by those who set the rules before the game begins. Remember, emotions are tools, trust is currency, and perception is the battlefield. Comment below, I design the game others play. Embrace that truth, and you'll stop chasing power, you'll become it. Number 2. Never reveal the depth of your intentions. In a world where everyone is desperate to be understood, the most dangerous move is to remain unreadable. Power thrives in mystery. Once people can predict you, they can prepare for you, and that is death for any strategist. The Machiavellian mind operates behind layers of calculated silence. Every smile, every pause, every vague answer is a weapon concealed in plain sight. Never explain your next move, never justify your decisions, and never correct their assumptions. Let them drown in their own interpretations while you execute in the shadows. When they think they've figured you out, you've already shifted 3 steps ahead. Control of information is control of perception, and perception creates reality. The more uncertain they are about your motives, the more they'll seek your validation, the more they'll fear your unpredictability. To master life's political chessboard, you must cultivate the art of selective exposure. Show fragments of your truth that misdirect, never the whole design. Even in friendship, reveal only what strengthens your image, not what exposes your core. Your silence should feel deliberate, not empty. It should haunt the room like an unanswered riddle. Remember, mystery isn't about being emotionless. It's about being disciplined with expression. The Stoic man doesn't suppress emotion. He channels it into power. Your unpredictability is your armor, your restraint is your fortress, and your hidden motives are your leverage. The loudest person in the room reveals his insecurities. The quietest one collects the intel that dismantles him. When they underestimate you, smile. When they overanalyze you, disappear. When they think they've won, that's when you strike. Every legend in history was misunderstood until it was too late to stop them. Be that man. The one they can never define, never decode, and never anticipate. Comment below. My silence builds empires. Remember, invisibility is not weakness. It's the ultimate form of control. Number 3. Emotion is a weapon, not a weakness. The man who cannot command his emotions will forever serve the one who can. Emotion is energy, and energy directed with precision becomes power. Most people let their feelings dictate their actions. They explode when they should observe. They react when they should calculate. A Machiavellian mind treats emotion like a loaded gun, never waving it around recklessly, always saving it for the moment it counts. Anger is not to be suppressed, but refined. Fear is not to be denied, but studied. The world belongs to those who can transform their inner chaos into controlled expression. When you master emotional composure, you become unpredictable, unshakable, and terrifyingly effective. Others will break themselves trying to provoke you, but they'll only find their reflection in your stillness. This is the power of psychological dominance. They feel you without understanding you. You must learn to perform emotion strategically. Show compassion when it benefits your influence. Show confidence when the room craves leadership. Show indifference when they seek your reaction. Control the rhythm of every interaction by controlling the temperature of your presence. Cold when necessary, warm when profitable, detached when dangerous. The Stoic exterior is not emptiness, it's armor. Inside that calmness burns a man who sees reality as it is, not as he wishes it to be. To master emotion is to master timing. To master timing is to master life itself. You become immune to manipulation because you no longer chase validation. You respond only to results. The crowd burns out in drama. You rise through discipline. Power isn't loud, it's measured. Every word, every look, every silence becomes deliberate. And when the world expects you to lose control, your restraint will terrify them more than your rage ever could. Comment below. I own my emotions. They don't own me. Remember, emotion is neither friend nor foe. It's the blade you decide how to wield. Number 4. Loyalty is a transaction, not a virtue. Loyalty is the most overrated illusion in human psychology. People swear it in calm waters, then abandon it the moment the tide shifts against them. The Machiavellian man understands that loyalty is not built. It's bought, traded, and maintained through continuous alignment of interest. Never assume devotion, assume convenience. When your presence no longer benefits them, they will drift toward whoever provides the greater advantage. Accept this truth, and you will stop being betrayed by it. You don't secure loyalty with words, you engineer dependence. Create systems where others need you more than they like you. Feed their ego, fulfill their ambitions, solve their insecurities, but always on your terms. Make them believe your success is tied to theirs, while ensuring yours stands independent. The powerful never beg for allegiance. They construct it through leverage. Treat every alliance as a temporary exchange of value, and every betrayal as a forecast, not a surprise. The most dangerous mistake is assuming morality protects you. It doesn't. Incentive does. The man who feeds people's needs controls their behavior. Be indispensable to their goals, and you own their loyalty until they find a better dealer. So keep them chasing your validation, never their own freedom. The weak cry when loyalty breaks. The strong rebuild the game so betrayal no longer matters. In politics, business, and love, loyalty only lasts as long as you are useful. So stay useful, stay feared, or stay gone. Understand this, and you will no longer take betrayal personally. It will become data, not devastation. You will not seek loyalty. You will command it by making yourself irreplaceable. That is real power. The ability to make others betray themselves before ever betraying you. Comment below. I trade loyalty for leverage. Remember, devotion fades, but dependency endures. Number 5. Power resides in perception, not truth. Reality bends to the one who controls how others see it. Truth is irrelevant in the theater of power. What matters is what people believe to be true. The masses don't think, they feel. They are guided by symbols, appearances, and confidence. The Machiavellian man understands this and never wastes energy proving facts to fools. He crafts perception with surgical precision, shaping narratives that serve his goals. Power isn't seized through logic, it's built through illusion. The world doesn't reward authenticity, it rewards presentation. The truth can be dull, but perception can be magnetic, and the one who masters that magnetism dictates the emotional reality of others. The strong know that reputation precedes reality. Perception builds momentum, and momentum builds authority. Every gesture, every word, every silence must feed the myth you want others to believe. People crave direction. They don't follow truth, they follow confidence. When they can't tell what's real, they'll accept what's convincing. Your role isn't to expose yourself, it's to compose yourself. Build an aura that suggests capability, mystery, and inevitability. Let your presence answer questions before they're asked. When you walk into a room, you must carry a frequency that bends attention toward you without begging for it. People will believe you're powerful long before you actually are, and once they believe, they'll act as if it's true, turning your illusion into tangible influence. Manipulate the optics, win the narrative, control the frame. The truth can be argued, but perception can be worshipped. History doesn't remember what happened, it remembers who told the story best. When you understand that, you'll stop defending yourself and start defining yourself. Stop explaining your intentions. Let outcomes speak louder than confessions. Never correct a rumor that benefits you. Never clarify a lie that builds your legend. The greatest leaders, conquerors, and strategists all understood one timeless rule. Reality is a canvas, and perception is the brush. The moment you start controlling how others interpret you, you no longer live in their world, they live in yours. Don't chase credibility, create inevitability. The weak seek truth for comfort, the powerful shape it for conquest. Comment below, my image is my weapon. Remember, truth dies with time, but perception endures, and only those who master illusion can command reality itself. Number 6. Detachment is the armor of kings. Detachment is not the absence of emotion, it is the mastery of it. The man who learns to separate feeling from function becomes unbreakable. In a world where everyone reacts, the one who observes becomes the predator among prey. Most men drown in their emotions because they've never learned to hold their breath in the depths of chaos. They chase closure, they chase comfort, they chase understanding, never realizing that every chase is just another leash around their neck. The Machiavellian man doesn't chase, he calculates. He feels the same storms others do, but he sails through them without capsizing. Detachment is not coldness, it's discipline. It's the ability to love without losing yourself, to plan without being swayed by praise or panic. When you detach, you begin to see the architecture of human behavior, the patterns, the weaknesses, the triggers, and you learn how easily people trade their logic for a little validation. The detached man becomes an enigma, a mirror in which others see their own instability. They call him emotionless because he doesn't crumble under pressure. They call him ruthless because he won't be manipulated. But the truth is simpler. He just refuses to be ruled by anything he can't control. Detachment is not isolation, it's command. It allows you to act instead of react, to remain grounded when others spiral into chaos. It's the art of holding your fire while everyone else burns through their ammunition. The man who is detached can walk away from anything, money, status, love, power, because he knows his worth isn't borrowed from the world. It's built from within. To master detachment is to become dangerous because nothing can be used against you. You no longer depend on outcomes. You only depend on execution. You see through flattery, through pity, through manipulation. You start understanding that silence speaks louder than arguments, that patience is sharper than aggression, that walking away is stronger than forcing control. Detachment gives you perspective, the ability to play life like a long game while everyone else reacts to the short term. It is not that you stop caring, it's that you stop needing. You stop feeding the illusions that keep others enslaved to emotion. The more you detach, the more you dominate. Not because you overpower others, but because they overpower themselves in your stillness. When you master emotional distance, you create psychological gravity. People become drawn to your calm, addicted to your control, desperate for your validation, and fearful of your indifference. You own them without chains, without threats, without words. Detachment is quiet authority. It's the power of a man who doesn't flinch when others beg for reaction. It's the invisible aura that separates the disciplined from the desperate. You must learn to detach from everything you can't command: people, possessions, outcomes, opinions. Be grateful, but never dependent. Be compassionate, but never entangled. The moment you need something to validate your peace, you've surrendered it. In detachment, you find ultimate leverage, because you move through the world light, clear, and untouchable. You no longer fear loss, and when you don't fear loss, you cannot be controlled. That is the paradox of true power. The less you cling, the more the world clings to you. The weak will never understand this. They think control means holding tighter, but control is the art of knowing when to release. Detachment is your invisible armor, your mental fortress, your unshakable state of mind. Cultivate it daily. Observe instead of reacting. Respond instead of exploding. Step back and study before stepping forward to strike. Every master strategist knows the value of distance. The lion doesn't roar while stalking. He watches in silence until it's time to kill. That's what detachment does. It keeps you patient, focused, lethal. Remember this: passion without control is chaos, but control without emotion is genius. Train yourself to feel everything, then decide nothing until the emotion passes. That is real strength, the ability to govern yourself when the world is begging you to break. Comment below: my calm is my weapon. Detachment isn't emptiness, it's precision. It's the supreme art of standing in fire without burning. And when you reach that level, no man, no loss, and no betrayal can ever touch you again. Number 7. Fear is the currency of respect. Every empire in history has been built not on love, but on fear disguised as reverence. The Machiavellian mind understands that respect is never truly given. It's extracted through the psychological weight you place on others. Love is fragile, easily lost, easily turned. Fear endures because it burns into memory. People may admire the kind, but they obey the dangerous. To rule your world, you must learn to weaponize presence, the kind of presence that makes others second-guess their tone, their words, even their thoughts around you. This isn't about screaming or intimidation. True fear is quiet, composed, and unnervingly calm. It's the look in your eyes that says you see through them completely. It's the silence that forces them to reveal themselves first. The man who cannot be feared cannot be respected, and the man who tries to please everyone will be devoured by those he calls friends. Fear doesn't mean cruelty, it means consequence. It means people understand that crossing you comes at a cost. Set boundaries like stone walls, deliver punishment swiftly, reward sparingly, and never tolerate disrespect disguised as humor. The weak crave approval, the powerful command compliance. When others sense your standards are immovable, they stop testing them. That is the moment you ascend from participant to authority. The Machiavellian archetype doesn't chase admiration. He cultivates intimidation through consistency, discipline, and self-control. You don't have to threaten. Your stability becomes the threat. Because in a world addicted to emotional chaos, a calm, calculating man becomes terrifying. Fear is not about physical power. It's about psychological dominance. When people know your silence means judgment, your glance means measurement, and your withdrawal means dismissal, they'll start policing their own behavior around you. That's control. You must become the man who others would rather disappoint themselves than disappoint you. This is not ego. It's strategy. You don't build an empire by being approachable. You build it by being undeniable. Fear sharpens loyalty, filters your circle, and maintains order without words. But remember, fear must never become abuse. The tyrant destroys himself because he confuses cruelty with control. The Machiavellian master balances fear with purpose. People must fear disappointing you, not hate serving you. You create this by being fair but firm, composed but capable of devastation. Always leave doubt in their minds about how far you're willing to go. That uncertainty keeps the hierarchy intact. The lion doesn't roar constantly. He roars once, and the jungle remembers. Your task is to cultivate that same effect in every arena: business, relationships, negotiation, and leadership. Let your strength be quiet but undeniable, your discipline visible but unbreakable. People may love you today and betray you tomorrow, but those who fear to lose your respect will never cross that line. Fear creates order, order creates power, power creates freedom, and freedom is the only goal worth having. You must understand that fear, when refined, becomes elegance. It's not the fist that enforces your will, it's the aura that says you could, but choose not to. That restraint, that self-possession, that deliberate control of energy becomes your crown. Never forget, fear travels faster than love and lasts far longer. The weak will gossip, the strong will comply. The moment they fear losing your approval, you've already won. Comment below, my presence commands respect. Remember, fear isn't darkness, it's gravity. It pulls the world into orbit around those who know how to wield it without becoming consumed by it. Master that, and you'll never have to raise your voice again. Number 8. Isolation breeds authority. Every great strategist, every emperor, every silent ruler understood one truth: solitude is the forge of power. The man who fears being alone will forever be enslaved by the noise of others. The Machiavellian man does not seek crowds. He retreats from them to refine his clarity. Isolation is not loneliness. It is the deliberate withdrawal from mediocrity. It is the space where your mind sharpens, where distractions die, and where your true intentions are born without distortion. Most people surround themselves with chatter to avoid facing the void of their own thoughts. But that void is where your strength is built. In isolation, you see the world for what it is: transactional, emotional, chaotic, and you learn how to navigate it with surgical precision. Solitude teaches self-reliance. It teaches you that validation is a leash, that comfort is a drug, and that silence is a weapon. The powerful man spends time alone, not because he hates people, but because he refuses to be diluted by them. Every hour spent away from the crowd is an hour closer to dominance, because the crowd corrupts focus, and focus is the foundation of empire. In silence, you begin to understand how little of your energy actually belongs to you when you let others feed from it. The weak crave constant company because solitude exposes their emptiness. The strong crave isolation because it amplifies their presence. The Machiavellian mind uses solitude as a laboratory of the self, a place to study patterns, to refine emotional control, to assess ambition with ruthless honesty. It's where the mask is removed and the man underneath is reforged in discipline and awareness. The greats of history, Marcus Aurelius, Machiavelli, Napoleon, were all masters of isolation. They knew that the mind must be trained in silence before it can command in chaos. Learn to detach from the constant noise of opinions and digital distractions. The man who cannot sit in a room alone with his thoughts is not free. He is dependent on the world to fill the void he refuses to master. Solitude doesn't make you distant, it makes you sovereign. It grants you the one thing every manipulator fears: a man who thinks for himself. The Machiavellian man becomes his own advisor, his own motivator, his own judge. When you emerge from isolation, you are immune to influence because you've already confronted every weakness within. That is what terrifies others. They sense the silence around you isn't emptiness, but power contained. Isolation breeds mystery. Mystery breeds intrigue. Intrigue breeds authority. People respect the man who is not easily accessible because scarcity creates value. Withdraw strategically, not as retreat, but as recalibration. Your absence should feel heavier than most people's presence. When you reappear, speak little, move precisely, and let the results of your solitude speak for themselves. In a world obsessed with constant communication, silence becomes dominance. Stop seeking comfort in crowds. Seek clarity in solitude. The man who can master his own mind in isolation can command any environment he enters. He no longer needs approval, he grants it. He no longer seeks belonging, he defines it. Isolation makes you untouchable because it removes dependency. You stop expecting others to understand your vision and start realizing they never could. In solitude, you learn the art of self-validation, the strength of internal dialogue, and the discipline of mental resilience. It's not about escaping the world, it's about building yourself so completely that the world can no longer shake you. Comment below, my silence makes me powerful. Remember, solitude isn't punishment, it's privilege. It is the crucible where strength is purified, where clarity is born, and where the ordinary man transforms into the Machiavellian sovereign who commands not through noise, but through the unbreakable gravity of stillness. Number 9. Master the art of controlled chaos. Power does not exist in peace, it is forged in the storm. The Machiavellian man does not fear chaos, he engineers it. He understands that when others lose control, opportunities emerge like cracks in marble. Controlled chaos is not destruction, it is orchestration. It is the deliberate creation of imbalance that only you can navigate. The weak crave order because order gives them predictability. The strong thrive in uncertainty because uncertainty gives them leverage. When you master chaos, you become the calm center that dictates the rhythm of panic. Others flinch, you observe. Others react, you respond. The key is not to eliminate volatility, but to weaponize it. People are most honest in disorder. They reveal their true loyalties, fears, and ambitions when the structure collapses. Your job is to create just enough pressure to expose the truth, then capitalize on it. That is political warfare, business warfare, psychological warfare, all rooted in the manipulation of instability. The Machiavellian thinker uses chaos to reset hierarchies, stir conflict between rivals, and watch them destroy each other while you ascend. Introduce uncertainty in negotiations, and you dictate the terms. Appear calm amid disorder, and people will look to you for leadership, not because you demand it, but because you radiate control. Controlled chaos separates men from monarchs. Most people panic when plans fall apart. The powerful see it as raw material for strategy. You must learn to remain centered even as everything around you crumbles. When you can smile through collapse, others will start mistaking you for destiny. That is influence, born not from dominance, but from unwavering composure. To master chaos, study human psychology, fear of loss, need for certainty, hunger for approval. Exploit those instincts subtly, not with aggression, but with precision. Feed fear when it benefits you, relieve it when it strengthens loyalty. You are both the storm and the shelter, the architect of confusion and the provider of clarity. The duality is crucial. Too much chaos and you burn your empire. Too much control and you stagnate. Balance volatility with vision. When others see only threat, you must see the opening. Every revolution, every corporate takeover, every shift in social order begins with chaos that someone controlled better than everyone else. Be that someone. Never waste a crisis. Direct it. Chaos reveals who deserves the throne. Comment below. I thrive where others break. Remember, order is temporary, but mastery of chaos is eternal. Number 10. Legacy is built on ruthless self-mastery. Every empire, every dynasty, every untouchable man was forged in the discipline of self-conquest. The final and greatest lesson of the Machiavellian path is not domination over others. It is mastery over the self. Until you control your own impulses, the world will control you. The weak are slaves to distraction, ego, and emotion. They destroy themselves before anyone else has to. The strong operate with brutal clarity, sculpting every habit, every thought, every behavior into an instrument of precision. You cannot build an empire while being ruled by impulse. Power demands restraint. Every craving you resist, every emotion you master, every reaction you suppress. Those are victories no one sees, but everyone feels. Self-control radiates authority. It is the silent signal that tells the world you cannot be manipulated, you cannot be provoked, you cannot be broken. The Machiavellian man doesn't seek motivation. He engineers momentum. He doesn't wait for inspiration. He imposes structure. His mornings are rituals of control, his words deliberate, his movements calculated. He eats with intention, speaks with strategy, and rests like a warrior between battles. The body, the mind, and the will must serve one master, you. Every indulgence has a cost, and every undisciplined habit steals from your future throne. You must treat yourself as both king and subject, ruling with precision, demanding obedience, punishing weakness with improvement. To become untouchable, you must kill the version of yourself that still needs comfort. Detach from laziness, sentimentality, and the illusion of endless time. The disciplined man understands that every moment wasted is a surrender of leverage. Control is power. and power begins with you. The Machiavellian mind knows that image without substance is temporary, but substance refined through discipline is eternal. You can fake confidence, but you cannot fake consistency. You can project strength, but only mastery sustains it. Become the man who intimidates through execution, not expression. Your legacy will not be built in public. It will be forged in the unseen hours of effort, reflection, and self-command. Comment below, "I rule myself before I rule the world." Remember, he who conquers himself becomes the one enemy no one else can defeat. Self-mastery is the root of immortality, and immortality is the reward of the disciplined.